For those of you keeping up with the bass issue that I've highlighted before on the Sonos Arc, here's an update for you today. Hey guys, it's about 12 midnight now. Sonos has just released the bug fix for the Sonos Arc bass issue. I obviously can't be doing any testing now. The whole family is asleep and the testing is going to make a lot of noise. I can try to do it tomorrow, but as of now, I won't be promising a video fast. I might take some time to come out with a video, but I don't want to rush anything out. As I usually do, I will go in depth and test every aspect of the fix to see if it actually fixes the bass issue. I don't want to be rushing out any reviews just to report on something that people want to hear. I will test it for myself and make sure that the problem is really resolved. By the time I get in front of the camera next, I will be ready with the review and the findings. I'll see you in a bit. Let's go. I have first reported the DSP issue affecting the bass notes on the Sonos Arc on the 16th of June. As of 24th of June, Sonos has updated the S2 platform and upgraded the version from 12.0 to 12.0.1. Sonos simply cited bug fixes and performance improvements as the reason for the version upgrade. If you want to keep abreast of the happenings in the wireless audio world, especially for Sonos products, do consider subscribing to this channel so that you can get first-hand access to my videos when they drop. The Sonos update is a two-step process. First, when you launch the Sonos S2 app, go to Settings, scroll to the System Updates and check for updates. It will prompt you that the Sonos app needs updating. This will bring you to the Apple App Store. Just follow the normal app update process and the Sonos S2 controller app will be upgraded without much fuss. Then launch the Sonos S2 controller app again and go to Settings. Same thing, check for updates. This time it will say Sonos found an update. Go ahead and click through to update. It will bring you to a screen where there's an update status, and then it flashes to a screen with a blank system icons and a short status message that says Sonos is updating. Learn more. Do not click on that. It brings you to a page that says Sonos is updating to the latest software. And that page doesn't close. It can get worrying. I had to stay on the page for a good 7 or 8 minutes and it didn't update or refresh itself. I subsequently had to close the S2 controller app and relaunch it. Checking through the system info, I then realized that all the speakers in my Sonos network has been upgraded to 12.0.1. And it's not just the Sonos Arc. Every other speaker in the Sonos network was also upgraded to 12.0.1. I suspect Sonos maintains a unified code base for all the speakers, so it doesn't have to look after different folks for different products. It is not clear if the bass issue affects the rest of the speakers. A group of users reported the same issue with Sonos One, and another smaller group reported the same problem with the Sonos Beam. It is unclear if it was an existing issue or it was an issue that was brought on by the Sonos S2 controller app. But let's hope everything is solved for the products, including the Sonos Arc. I have earlier recorded the issue happening at 40 Hz on the Sonos Arc. The link to that video is here, but I'm going to play back a small portion of that video anyway. I thank the very active community on the Sonos forum for sharing my videos and highlighting this issue sufficiently. Maybe a little bit too much, to the point that everybody was getting a drink for every time the video appears. I hope you guys are now sober by now. At the very least, the problem was significantly surfaced and Sonos did roll out this patch in a very timely manner. Before we listen to the Sonos Arc with the patch applied, let's hear how the 40 Hz test tone is supposed to sound like on the Devilier Phantom Reactor 600. The bass note should be smooth without any peaks and valleys and not wobbling like it was on the Sonos Arc. Now let's play back the test frequencies all the way from 20 Hz to 200 Hz on the Sonos Arc at full volume to test if the problem has been eliminated. Now if you pay attention to the frequency tones, at 40 Hz the wobbling issue seems to have been eliminated. But it is now been replaced with another issue. There's a crackling tone, or maybe it's better described as a rattling sound. I'm not sure if this is a defect in my particular unit here, but if you can, try to play back the 40 Hz at a max out volume on your unit. Do leave your feedback in the comment section down below to share if you are getting the same issue. Further into the frequency test tones, in the middle of about 80 Hz test tone, the output level seems to be abruptly cut by a very noticeable amount. I did not lower the volume and there was no sub or no surround speakers enabled to cut the frequencies over. It is strange and I can't explain it. Let's hope that engineers at Sonos look at this issue. Subsequently, when I jumped back to the 40 Hz test tone after the output level was cut, it seems that the crackling and the rattling problem becomes less pronounced. Well, it has to be less pronounced if the output is being cut so dramatically. If the solution to this issue is simply cutting the power output and the levels, then I actually don't consider this to be a fix at all. It's been slightly over a week since the problem was first reported, and I'm sure the Sonos engineers were working very hard and overtime to try to fix this issue. But this patch feels a little more than just trying to sweep the problem under the carpet. I would have preferred that Sonos gives it a little bit more time and come up with a proper fix rather than rush something out just to patch it in a substandard manner. So at this point, as of the date that this video is being released, I'm not sure if I can put a solid buy recommendation on the Sonos Arc yet. If the problem is completely resolved, this will appear to be one of the best Atmos capable soundbar that you can get on the market at the moment. To be fair, if you pair the Arc with a sub, this problem almost completely disappears. But a sub is not a cheap solution to this problem. In fact, why should anyone have to spend extra to fix a problem that isn't supposed to be there in the first place? The Sonos Arc is not cheap to begin with at $800 US. And also, if you play at lower volumes, it doesn't seem to exhibit the issue. So now, instead of a wobbling bass tones, you're going to get an even bass tones, but with crackling or the rattling sound. Or you get the output levels severely reduced to prevent the problem from coming up. All said, I still quite like this piece of equipment here, and to be honest, in regular listening, you're not likely to notice this problem. It is just that at higher volumes, this can exhibit strange bass response, and you might not like that. Sorry, scratch that. You will not like it. I love the surround sound stage presented by the Sonos Arc, but I'm asking that Sonos fixes this problem without the regular Arc buyer having to cough up another $700 US for the sub to take the problem away. I will still be following this issue, and so please stay subscribed and leave a like, share the video to make sure this comes out on Sonos radar. Get their attention and hopefully it influences them to fix it as soon as possible. In the meantime, let's just enjoy the Arc at slightly lower volumes. See you in my next video.